A twist of fate, and not a bad one at that. After that night of passion, the cold female CEO gave me two choices. First, we get married, and you become the Huo family's son-in-law. But in name only. I cannot give you my love. But then again, who knows? Second, I'll give you a sum of money, and we'll call it even. From now on, we act like nothing ever happened. We'll be total strangers. She looked at me with a sly smile. Choose option 2. I choose 1. She asked in disbelief. Don't you need a moment to think it over? No need. What's so great about being the whole family's son-in-law anyway? I have to help you handle the company business, maintain your public image. How is that any different from being a caged pet? I'm not stupid. I'm not doing it. Once I get the money, I'll find a woman who truly loves me and live the life I've always wanted. Now that would be perfect. Who cares about being a son-in-law to the Huo family? Why doesn't this man follow any conventional logic? Is there any rich playboy in this circle who wouldn't want to marry me? And yet, according to him, being my husband is like a prison sentence. So, how much money do you want? That depends on you, boss Huo, and how much you think you're worth. This man is implying that if I offer too little, it proves that I myself have no value, so I can't be cheap, right? Using the art of war on me quite smooth. Too bad for you, Huo Nian Nian has been in the business world for years. There's no way I'm falling for your tricks. I heard Boss Luke from the hotel paid you 5 million as compensation for the mix-up. Then I'll give you 5 million as well. Miss Huo, the room mix-up was an accident. But you saw someone in the room and didn't leave immediately. I have every reason to suspect you did it on purpose. A mistake costs 5 million. So if you do it intentionally and pay the same, is that fair? Are you really that cheap? Mr. Li, money is to compensate you. How did this turn into me being worthless? Isn't it obvious? If you pay the same as the hotel, it proves your conscience and integrity are only worth that much. You tell me, how much is your character actually worth? Huo Nian Nian's jaw dropped, unable to find a single word to talk back. Seeing that I wasn't satisfied with the settlement, she had no choice but to ask, so how much do you want? I said bluntly, 15 million. Huo Nian Nian stared at me for a long time, speechless. I can afford this amount, but it doesn't sit well with me at all. In this man's eyes, there seems to be nothing but money. I myself am not worth a penny to him. 8 million max. 8 million, miss. Huo, are you giving alms to a beggar? Then how much do you want? I already said 15 million, not a cent less. That's too much. Come on, 15 million is just a drop in the ocean for you. Last night was an accident. I'm a victim too. You? A victim? Did I drag you into the room? Or did I force myself on you? You're the one who walked into my room, approached me, initiated. Huo Nian Nian cut me off. Fine, fine, fine. Stop right there. 12 million. I shook my head. 14 million. Didn't you say 15 million was non-negotiable? Why has it dropped to 14 million now? And didn't you say 8 million earlier? Why is it up to 12 million now? Are we all just haggling here? You weren't happy, so I lowered my price. You just have to raise yours. Huo Nian Nian took a deep breath. 10.25 million. Miss Huo, do you really think adding a mere 500,000 shows your sincerity? 13.5 million. 13 million, and it's a deal. I can't believe it. After a lifetime of outsmarting others, I've been outplayed today, getting played by a fresh graduate. She took out her phone and quickly transferred the money. She even had the sense to write compensation in the notes. She stood up and walked straight out. She didn't want to stay there for even another second. Ji Xiaoran and I were walking down the street after leaving Gu Kan Hian. Asked me, how did the talk with Huo Nian Nian go? I told him about Huo Nian Nian's 2 offers. Then I added, I went with the second one. Ji Xiaoran's mouth hung open in shock. Are you kidding me? Huo Nian Nian is the absolute peak of the elite right now. The Huo Group. It's not just famous domestically. It's a global powerhouse. And you turned down being the Huo family's son-in-law. Plus, Huo Nian Nian is incredibly gorgeous. How could you possibly resist her? Being their son-in-law isn't all that. It's just a title without any substance. Money is different. When money is in my pocket, as long as I don't give it away, it won't just grow legs and run off. You're always thinking ahead. So, you've already been hired by the Huo Group. Are you still going to work there? Of course, why not? I earned that job with my own skills. The least I can do is finish my probation. At least I can add a line to my resume later. Worked at the Huo Group. It sounds pretty impressive. Aren't you afraid of running into the young Mistress Huo? Scared of what? We already made a deal. If we see each other, well, just pretend we don't know each other. She's the high and mighty Miss Huo, and I'm just a lowly assistant in the admin department. It's not like our paths will cross that easily. Li Chen, you really have a grand perspective. I could never do that. My grandmother taught me everything. The two chatted for a bit before heading their separate ways. I headed back to my rented apartment. Once home, I took a shower first. Glancing at the faint marks on my body, my ears suddenly turned red. Huo Nian Nian. Li Chen, you better remember this. Alcohol ruins everything. If you ever drink again, you're nothing but a dog. After cleaning up, I collapsed onto the bed. Tomorrow, I have to report to the Huo Group. By any chance, I actually run into Huo Nian Nian. What on earth am I going to do? Huo Nian Nian, you better just pretend we're strangers. If you so much as glance at me in the office, I'll make sure you experience a total social death. I slept straight through until dusk. Stumbling out of bed, I rummaged through the cabinets and found a cup of instant noodles. Boiling some water, and after a 3-minute wait, I sat at my desk with the steaming cup. The probation period is 3 months, and being late means losing half a day's pay. Finished with my meal, I flipped through the employee handbook for half an hour, and by 9 I was back in bed. Because I'd slept so much before, I woke up quite early the next morning. Damn it, Huo Nian Nian, are you some kind of vampire? I got ready and headed out. Standing before the company building, I took a deep breath. Li Chen, starting today, you're an employee of the Huo Group. It has nothing to do with that woman named Huo. I strode toward the building entrance. I stood at the directory checking for the HR department's location. I took the elevator up and found the office. Before long, all the paperwork was done, and the contract was signed. Immediately after, I received a notice to go to the 36th floor to assist in the CEO's office. Is the 36th floor Boss Hoax workspace? That's correct. This hiring round was specifically for the CEO's secretarial staff. Great, the sky's falling on my head. I'm literally walking right into being Huo Nian Nian's secretary. Could I be reassigned to assist another executive? I don't have much experience. I'm afraid I won't do a good job. Do you have any idea how many people fight tooth and nail just for a chance at the CEO's office? And here you are, being picky and choosing like this. It's not about being picky. I'm just genuinely worried. Worried about what? You're going to be a secretary, not heading onto a battlefield. Besides, as a new hire, you'll just be doing errands. You might not even see the CEO's face. By the time you're working directly in front of the CEO, you'll already be a permanent employee. Not seeing her is a good thing. Even though I took the money and agreed to act like strangers, running into her would still be pretty awkward. Fine then. I'll head over right now. The man glanced at me and left me with one instruction. When you get up there, go directly to team leader's song. Haha, yes sir, thank you. Arriving on the 36th floor, I found the CEO's office work area. Hello, I'm the new hire, Li Chen. The admin department sent me here to report to the CEO's office. I'm Song Tianjie, the CEO's office team leader. Your seat is over there. I had just reached my desk when Song Tianjie walked over with a stack of documents. These are the office procedures and guidelines for the CEO's office. Review them. Also, these records need to be filed. Organize them in chronological order. He paused for a moment, then added, since you're the new guy, don't even think about being lazy or playing tricks. Do your work properly. And ask your colleagues if you don't know something. I looked at Song Tianjie, feeling that he wasn't exactly a friendly type. I looked down at the thick stack of files and took a deep breath. I understand. Song Tianjie walked a few steps and turned back to glance at me. By the way, CEO's office is at the end of the hall. Unless you have specific business, don't go near it. I'll call you if I need you. Yes, sir. As if I wanted to go there in the first place. Once Song Tianjie was out of range, I let out a long sigh of relief and muttered under my breath. This is just great. Whether I look up or down, there she is. Huo Nian Nian leaned back in her chair, truly unable to comprehend how such a handsome man could have such a poisonous tongue that could practically kill someone. It's past 10 already. Is he even coming to work today? Logically, he should have run as far away as possible, but with that man's logic, you can never really tell. Thinking this, she reached out and pressed the intercom. Ling Xiao, come here for a moment. Less than a minute later, there was a knock. Ling Xiao pushed the door open. Boss, what are your orders? Didn't the company just hire a new assistant? Go check if he's arrived. How strange. Since when does the CEO care about hiring an assistant? Such a tiny, insignificant matter. Yes, I'll go check right now. Wait. Ling Xiao turned back with a look that said I knew there was more to it. Huo Nian Nian paused. Just go and confirm it. Don't let the new assistant know, and don't let anyone else know that I'm the one who sent you. The fire of curiosity within Ling Xiao began to blaze. Understood. He turned and left the office. Song Tianji was organizing files when he saw Ling Xiao enter and immediately rushed to greet him. Assistant Ling, what brings you here? Any instructions for me? Nothing major. Just wanted to ask if the new assistant has started yet. If he hasn't shown up, HR will need to find someone else. Whether he's here or not, how does it concern him? He's here. He finished onboarding this morning and reported to the CEO's office. Ling Xiao nodded. All right, that's all then. With that, he turned and left abruptly. Song Tianji stood there dazed, watching him walk away, secretly breathing a sigh of relief. I thought that new guy had some powerful background, since Assistant Ling came to check on him personally. Turns out it was just to see if he showed up for work. If he actually had backup, then with my cold attitude earlier, and not telling him about the temporary meal card, he'd probably say I was bullying the newcomer. He sat back down, continuing to flip through the files. But as team leader, this is just my style. You shouldn't be too nice to newcomers. Otherwise, how can you manage them later? You have to give them a wake-up call right from the start, so they know who's in charge around here. That's the only way to set the rules. CEO, the new assistant has reported for duty. I see. Go back to your work. Well, OB actually showed up. Yesterday he was haggling with me, with that cunning look on his face. Yet today he's obediently sitting at his desk, pretending to be a humble, low-level assistant. I was engrossed in the office guidelines, when the office suddenly became lively. It's lunch break time. Let's go eat. We should be mindful and go to the cafeteria in shifts. Just remember the 11:50 slot every day. Thanks a lot. Li Chen, new here today. Nam Loi. I've been here over 3 months. Just became a permanent employee a few days ago. I don't have a meal card, so how can I get into the cafeteria? Just go to Team Leader Song and ask for a temporary one. Once your employee ID is issued, everything will be integrated into it. Then you can just swipe your ID. Got it. Song Tianji was about to head out. Team Leader Song. I don't have a meal card yet. I heard I can get a temporary one from you. Song Tianji, open a drawer with a sour expression. Give it back as soon as you get your ID card. Understood. Song Tianji turned and walked away. When I first arrived, he didn't even mention the temporary meal card. So that afternoon, I had to wander outside just to find a place to eat. Isn't he supposed to be the team leader? How can he act like that? He thinks he's the king. But honestly, besides the sycophants, hardly anyone likes him. Just don't go spreading this around. I only told you because you're new, just like I once was. Don't worry. I'm not the type to be indiscreet. Anyway, enough about him. Let me show you to the cafeteria. Sure. Thanks, Nam Loi. As we walked, he enthusiastically introduced me to everything in the company. I felt incredibly grateful. While eating, I thought to myself, Hoax management really isn't that great. Staff acting like this right under Huo Nian Nian's nose. But I bet Song Tianji puts on a completely different face for Huo Nian Nian. One way to her face, another behind her back. Nobody's better at flattery and brown-nosing than he is. Back at my desk, I plan to go to the break room for some water. Should I grab one for you? I can go myself. I just ate. A little walk would be good. I had just finished speaking, when a female colleague at the next desk shoved her cup at me. Grab one for me while you're at it. She looked decent enough, but that entitled tone. How could she say that so naturally? Get one for me too. Since I'm the new guy, they want to treat me like free labor. Basically, they're just bullying the newcomer. Nam Loa's expression changed, about to speak up for me, but I didn't want him to take the fall, defend others on my account. I'm different. I've already got plenty of resources, so I have absolutely nothing to fear. Hey everyone, today is my first day at work. Not my first day working as a nanny. Are your hands and feet just not working? Or is your whole body paralyzed? You really need someone else to fetch a glass of water for you. The woman's face went blank. You're the newcomer. What's wrong with asking you for a glass of water? Anyway, never, I'm just curious. Your limbs are perfectly fine. You're healthy. So why do you insist on shoving your cup in my face? Is your brain unable to control your body? Or is your skin so thick you've forgotten what manners are? One of the male colleagues who handed me a cup shouted, "Who are you calling shameless?" Calling you? Can't you tell? Are we even close? You just shoved a cup in my face the second I walked in, without even a please or sorry for the trouble. Didn't your mother teach you manners? Or do you think newcomers have to crawl to work? Typical newcomer, acting more important than us veterans. People were just asking you for a simple favor. Is there any need to blow it out of proportion? A favor. Ha. You call this asking for a favor? 4 cups. And I only have 2 hands. Are you asking for help or just treating me like an errand boy? Or should I just brew a pot of tea for you all and bring out some sunflower seeds while I'm at it? Maybe give you all a massage too to complete the service. I came to Huo to work, not to wait on royalty. If you really need someone to fetch your drinks, you better hire a nanny at home and stop making a fool of yourselves at the company. The Huo Group hired you to do your jobs, not to act like divas, bully the newcomers. Newbies, fresh and clueless, don't know how to respect their seniors. That's fine. Give it a few days and you'll learn the rules. Rules? What rules? The rule about bullying newbies or just acting entitled. Have you worked here for years and only managed to learn these pathetic tricks? Is Huo one of the top 500 companies because of your bullying habits? Or are you just the company's sacrificial lamb, specializing in intimidation and giving newcomers a hard time? The woman's lips trembled, unable to find a single word to fight back. Humph. No matter how sharp your tongue is, what's the use? Just wait and see the misery coming your way. Is that a threat? Against me? Fine. Then I'll head straight to the CEO's office to let Boss Huo settle this. Let me ask Boss Huo myself if the whole group has some bizarre rule that new hires have to serve tea and water to the veterans and act as their nannies on day 1. Man's face shifted instantly, unconsciously glancing towards Song Tianji. Song Tianji had actually seen and heard everything. He was about to say something, but I stopped in my tracks, turned around and swept my gaze over the 3 of them. Oh, right. I forgot to ask for your names earlier. So when I report to the CEO in a moment, I'll have specific names to mention. Song Tianji finally couldn't sit still anymore. Li Chen, you're a newcomer. Yet you've already started a conflict with the veterans. Do you even want to keep working here? I turned to look him in the eye. Song Tianji's face was truly irritating to look at, with that sour expression as if someone had borrowed grain from him and repaid him with filth. Team leader Song, your ears and eyes sure have impeccable timing. We've been shouting at each other for so long, yet you acted as if you were deaf. But as soon as you heard me mention meeting the CEO, you showed up instantly, didn't you? Humph. With reaction speed like that, it's a waste of talent not to be a firefighter. Huo Nian Nian and Ling Xiao happened to be passing by the CEO's office door. They heard a noisy commotion coming from inside. She hadn't originally planned to intervene. But in the next second, the words President Huo rang out loud and clear. Huo Nian Nian heard my voice, so she stood outside eavesdropping. You're so insolent. Me, insolent. You're the team leader, aren't you? When the newcomer was being bullied by the veterans, where were you? When the 3 of them slammed their mugs down in front of me, forcing me to go get water for everyone, where were you then? Now that I'm going to President Huo to reason with her, you jump out and accuse me of creating conflict with the senior staff. Team leader Song, your management style is way too biased. Li Chen, you're just a newcomer. Everyone just asked you for a cup of water. What do you have to be dissatisfied about? Every rookie has to start with these kinds of tasks. You think you're the only special one? I didn't back down, I took a step forward. So what if I'm special? Are newcomers supposed to be ordered around like servants by you people? Is this rule written in the Huo Group's employee handbook? Or is it posted on the wall? Do I need to ask President Huo about this, to see if she knows about this rule? It's my first day on the job, and yet you've already taught me a lesson like this. So the corporate culture at Huo's is just bullying newcomers. I used to think the Huo Group was something great. Turns out the management level is only this mediocre, and the staff quality is just pathetic. No wonder, since it's managed by that person. It's as rotten as her own character. Others didn't understand this remark, but Huo Nian Nian, outside the door, heard every single word. Her face turned grim. Ling Xiao almost burst out laughing. President Huo being called rotten-hearted. Song Tianji heard it all, seeing me attack the company, fearing this would blow up, and he wouldn't be able to clean up the mess. His tone softened a bit. If you don't want to help your colleagues get water, then fine, don't do it. Do you really need to escalate the situation? Making such a big deal out of something so small. I let out a cold laugh. Team leader Song, you make it sound so simple. If I didn't talk back today, would I have to go buy them breakfast tomorrow too? You're the team leader. Instead of stopping them from bullying a rookie, you turn around and lecture me, telling me not to talk back? So in your world, the bullied must shut up. and enduring it is called being sensible, while standing up for oneself is escalating the problem. Outside the door, Huo Nian Nian listened expressionlessly. This new assistant sure has some guts. Scolding colleagues is one thing, but he even dragged President Huo into his tirade, and he did it so smoothly and effortlessly. Huo Nian Nian went silent for a few seconds. Then she stepped inside. Ling Xiao followed quickly. From the corner of my eye, I caught a glimpse of two people walking in, so I instinctively turned my head. My expression immediately shifted into that of an employee. Working diligently, Huo Nian Nian's gaze landed on Song Tianjie. What's all this noise about? President Huo, it's just a small misunderstanding between new colleagues. Just a misunderstanding. Song Tianjie's face turned even paler. Huo Nian Nian shot a look at Ling Xiao. Ling Xiao understood immediately. Team Leader Song. The workflow and discipline of the CEO's office. I want you to review all of it for me. Submit the report by tomorrow. Understood. Ling Xiao's eyes lingered on the other three for a moment longer. If anyone wants to play boss around here at Huo's, they might as well submit their resignation now. Otherwise, by the time the Huo Group fires you, it won't be a pretty sight. The faces of those three turned from blue to white. They regretted forcing me to get water. But they also loathed me for making them lose face in front of everyone. Huo Nian Nian glanced over. I immediately turned and walked out. Ling Xiao followed behind me. He looked at me with a mix of curiosity and admiration. I'm going to get some water. Are you coming? Let's go. Yeah, Li Chen. That was incredibly cool just now. It's nothing. That was President Huo, you know. Weren't you scared? Me? I've already scolded her to her face. What's left to be afraid of? Afraid of what? I didn't do anything wrong. Oh, right. What are those three people's names? What's their background? That woman is Liu Mei Li. She's been with the company for 2 years. She's the best at sucking up to the team leader. And that slightly chubby guy is Kai Mingxing. He's been here for 2.5 years. He's in Li with Liu Mei Li, following whichever way the wind blows. That's his specialty. The other one is Xu Dingjin. He's been here for 4 or 5 years, but he never gets promoted, so he's developed an envious streak. He specializes in bullying newcomers, just to feel a sense of significance. I nodded, memorizing those 3 names. Those 3 are all Song Tianji's lackeys. They're always swarming around him, extremely attentive. Song Tianji loves being flattered, so he always prioritizes and favors them. When I first arrived, they forced me to do those petty errands too. I didn't dare speak up back then. I had to endure it for over a month. Later I heard from other colleagues in secret that bullying rookies is quite common for them. I frowned. No one manages them, who would? Song Tianji is the team leader. If he doesn't manage them, who will? Besides, he actually wants rookies to be pressured a bit, so they'll learn to be sensible and obey him. There was a colleague who couldn't stand it before, so they went to Song Tianji to report it. As a result, Song Tianji ended up scolding them mercilessly, saying they didn't know how to unite with colleagues. That person had to resign after just 2 months. No wonder they're so arrogant. Turns out Song Tianji is their backbone. Exactly. But after your commotion today, they'll probably have to restrain themselves a bit from now on. After all, President Huo has spoken. Song Tianji won't dare to overstep too much. Let's go. It's time to work. In the office, Liu Mei Li, Kai Mingxing, and Xu Dingjin were huddling together, whispering. The moment I stepped in, all 3 pairs of eyes stared straight at me. I didn't even try to avoid them. I just stared right back and glared. Countless people hate me already. What do these guys even count for? Meanwhile, in the CEO's office, I didn't expect the CEO's office to become like this. Bullying newcomers, forming cliques, workplace harassment. No wonder there's such high turnover. The duty of the CEO's office is to support, not for the team leader to lead subordinates in suppressing rookies. How did you even hire him? President Huo, it's my fault. I was truly negligent. A few months ago, projects were so busy I couldn't breathe. The previous team leader had just resigned. Song Tianji worked quite skillfully. His external relations skills were also good. Furthermore, his sister-in-law is the deputy director of HR. She put in a good word for him, so I conveniently promoted Song Tianji. What? Are you on very good terms with his sister-in-law? No, not at all. It was just during a certain meeting. She happened to mention it in passing. At the time, I thought anyone would do, and Song Tianji seemed okay. His work is barely acceptable, but his character is worthless. President Huo, do you mean if he continues to exclude newcomers, Then we should fire him immediately. Pay special attention. Don't let the new assistant be bullied by him. Wait, something's not quite right. Since when did President Huo care so much about others? And a man, nonetheless. He dared to probe a little. President Huo, you seem to treat that new assistant a bit differently. Huo Nian Nian was stunned for a moment. Then she shot him an expressionless look. Be less curious. Just do the work I assigned. If any mistakes happen, I'll send you to the Africa branch. He stole a glance at Huo Nian Nian and happened to catch a fleeting smile on her lips. President Huo didn't deny it. She really didn't deny it at all. Does President Huo have someone in her heart? I thought she really wasn't interested in men. Turns out she secretly found her beloved. This definitely must be reported to the chairman. Outside the CEO's office, team leader Song, the documents are organized. Song Tianji looked up and glanced at me. Just leave them on the desk. I put the stack of documents down. Speaking clearly, team leader Song. HR said staff IDs would be sent to the assistance room. It's almost time to clock out. Can I go down there to get it? Is that okay? After getting my staff ID, I had just stepped out of the elevator when I saw Huo Nian Nian walking straight towards me, just as I was about to walk past her. Li Chen, are you really going to act like we don't know each other? I rolled my eyes. Am I not perfectly fulfilling the condition of your second proposal? What, planning to change your mind? Let me tell you, in not giving that money back. Huo Nian Nian giggled at my money-grubbing attitude. When did I say it'd make you give it back? I just feel that since you're working at Huo's, constantly pretending we're strangers isn't the best way either. Just greet each other normally from now on. That smile of hers happened to be seen by Ling Xiao as he stepped out of the assistance room. Ling Xiao stood there frozen. President Huo smiled, and such a natural smile too. He immediately dodged back into the office. Pulling out his phone, his hands flew to dial Chairman Huo Langsing's number. Chairman, it's Ling Xiao. I have something to tell you. President Huo, something's happening. Chairman. You wouldn't believe it, President Huo's smile looked so natural. I've been by her side for years, and this is the first time I've seen it. What's his name? How old is he? What school did he graduate from? What does he look like? What's his personality like? His personality, how should I put it? In the office today, he scolded the team leader and 3 veterans, to the point they couldn't utter a single word. He has a very sharp tongue. He's definitely not the type to take things lying down. Haha, good, very good. Ling Xiao. Keep a very close eye on him for me. Don't let any blind fools bully him. Don't worry, Chairman. President Huo already gave instructions, telling me to take special care of him. Then that's wonderful. My, oh my, it seems Nian Nian has someone in her heart. I thought our Nian Nian was affected by me and that heartbreaker, and grew afraid of marriage. Now someone has finally made her smile so happily. As her mother, I absolutely cannot let her suffer. How can I help my darling daughter win over a husband? Showing up directly won't work. That daughter of mine values her pride too much. If she finds out, she'll definitely explode. Secretly meddling isn't good either. That young man seems quite smart. If I'm too obvious, it will backfire. That's it. I'll just start at the company first. There's no shortage of opportunities. I am the chairman after all. Using work inspections as an excuse. Just going back and forth a few times, we'll get acquainted. Then I'll slowly close the distance and create opportunities for them to be together naturally. Perfect. Old Jew. Clear my entire schedule for next Wednesday. I want to visit the company to inspect the department's work. In this corridor, hearing Huo Nian Nian say that. Greetings, President Huo. I stopped in my tracks. I said it with an expressionless face, then tilted my head and asked, like this? Is that normal enough? Do I need to bow as well? Huo Nian Nian looked at my half-smiling, half-serious expression. You don't need to be so sarcastic. When was I being sarcastic? President Huo was the one who said to greet each other normally. So I'm just doing as you said. Greetings, President Huo. Goodbye, President Huo. Madam President, you've worked hard. In the future, when we meet at the company, I'll only use these 3 phrases. Is that normal enough? Huo Nian Nian was speechless, completely shut down by me. Is there anything else, President Huo? If not, then I'll go back to organizing documents. After all, I came here to work, not to stand in the hallway gossiping with the CEO. This guy seems more restrained than he was outside. At least he hasn't started cursing yet. I entered the office. First thing was to return the temporary meal card to Song Tianji. Song Tianji coldly took back the card. I went back to my seat, then pulled out my phone to check. Ji Xiaoran had sent a message half an hour ago. Chen, how was your first day at work? I replied, truly speechless. What happened? Did that Huo Nian Nian give you a hard time? My office colleagues tried to make me get water for them. The three of them, thrusting 3 mugs in front of me, without even a polite word. Ji Xiaoran sent back a string of ellipses. Doesn't matter. I gave them a piece of my mind. Scolded the team leader too. Now the whole office knows I'm no pushover. That's so like you. But do be a little careful. Don't go losing your job. It is the Huo Group after all. The benefits are excellent. What's there to be afraid of? I'm not afraid of anything now. If I lose this job, I'll find another. Hey, any progress on your engagement cancellation? Gu Qingcheng said. She's arranging it now. Told me to just wait for the news. Then let's just wait and see. If she can't get it done. You still hold her promissory note. What the hell is there to fear? It's fine. Are you off work yet? Want to go out for a meal? Never mind. I'm still traumatized by eating out right now. Just going home to lie down. Okay then. Get some rest early, okay? I stood up, preparing to slip away quickly. The first day finally ended smoothly. The CEO's office of the Shenfeng Group. President Huo. Here is the information on Mr. Ji and Ms. Zhou you requested. The engagement between Mr. Ji and Zhou Cece is actually a result of bound interests between the two companies, not a voluntary choice by either of them. Furthermore, Zhou Cece has seen more than one man outside. Have the legal department look into it. See if we have any business dealings with those two families. While you're at it, check for any illegal activities. The assistant gave a verbal acknowledgement, then turned and walked out. Elsewhere, on the way home, I stopped by the market. Worked all day. I should treat myself a little, no matter what, to make up for today's hard work. Having money is truly wonderful. I can just buy whatever I want to eat. Grandma, yes. Is that you, Chen? How was your first day at work? Are you very tired? It was okay, Grandma. Just sitting in the office, so not tired at all. That's good. Oh, right. Are you coming home this weekend? Of course. Why wouldn't I? Okay, then. I'll cook all your favorite dishes at home. I'll be waiting for you. No need to go to such trouble. You're tired enough hosting tourists. And not tired. You know how my homestay is. Just city folks, driving down to relax and see the sights. I'm only a bit busy during lunch. It's crowded on weekends. You'll probably set aside time just to cook for me. I'll help you out when I get back this weekend. All right. Have you eaten anything yet? I've eaten. It was delicious, Grandma. Good. Remember to eat on time. It would be so nice if Grandma could come live with me here, so she wouldn't have to toil all alone in the countryside. Meanwhile, Huo Nian Nian just stepped inside. What's wrong? Mother, do you not recognize me anymore? You're all grown up now, but you only know how to tease your mother. I'm just joking. Oh, right. Anne Zhang said she wants to introduce her distant nephew to you. I've already agreed. Mother, I told you I don't want to get married for now. Stop worrying about me. It's all my fault. If it weren't for me and your terrible father fighting so much, it wouldn't have made you so disillusioned with marriage. Boo-hoo-hoo. It's all my fault. Again, she always uses this trick. And yet, I fall for it every single time. Your mother has suffered so much grievance. Mother, you already know. I've never been interested in men, she started to say. Then she suddenly stopped. Wait, that's not right. I just proposed marriage to Li Chen. Unfortunately, he didn't even consider it, and immediately chose the money. How annoying. But I find myself admiring him even more. Why is that? Only greedy for money, not for beauty. He's much better than those men in high society. I'm talking to you. What are you daydreaming about? Mother, if you're so free, then please come manage the company. You threw all the work on me. A chairman like you has become the most idle person now. Wasn't I the one managing while you were little? I worked so hard to raise you into the person you are, so of course I have to hand this burden over to you. Do you want your mother to toil forever? Boo-hoo-hoo. My warm little padded jacket is torn. It's so cold. Mother, as long as you don't force me on blind dates, you can make any request you want. However, only one request is allowed. You said it yourself, all right? Then within 2 months you must find a man you like. And bring him to meet me. Oh my God, mother, how is this different from forcing a blind date? If you don't agree, then tomorrow I'll have Aunt Zhang bring someone straight to the whole building, so you can have a blind date right there at the office. Huo Nian Nian imagined that scene. Aunt Zhang leading a man arrogantly into her office. All the employees watching her being set up on a date. Just thinking about it gave her goosebumps. She immediately compromised. Fine. Within 2 months, I'll bring someone I like to meet you. It's a small matter. I'll just pay to hire someone when the time comes. Doesn't Li Chen love money? He'll probably agree, right? That's more like it. Oh, right. Your father's illegitimate son is keeping an eye on you. You should be careful. Don't let him plot against you. I know. He even crawled his way to the company before, claiming to be my younger brother. I had security kick him out. Truly delusional. Do you know what's even more ridiculous? Your father called me 2 days ago, using interest in your marriage as an excuse, then saying that his illegitimate son is outstanding in every way. He's clearly still eyeing the Huo Group. That's why I'm telling you to be on guard. Huo Nian Nian's expression darkened. If they dare to plot against me, I will definitely make them regret it, leaving them with no way out. Huo Langsing saw that her daughter understood everything. All right, let's not mention those people anymore. It ruins the mood. Wash your hands and come eat. The next day, I arrived at the company full of energy. Still, only Ren Li greeted me. Song Tianji walked over. Take this document folder to the project department. I nodded in agreement. Delivering documents is fine. I won't have to stay cooped up in the office. I can take a stroll and slack off a bit while I'm at it. Absolutely delightful. Song Tianji thought I had finally compromised. He regained his arrogant swagger by the time I returned to the office. Song Tianji intently observed my facial expression. I didn't look tired at all. No complaints here. Song Tianji pulled a thick stack of documents from the filing cabinet. Li Chen, organize these documents by date and category properly. While you're at it, go make a photocopy of everything. It's for the backup records. Remember, this must be finished before you clock out. Ren Li waited until he was gone before turning to speak. These paper documents are already the backups. Everything is already stored on the computer. There's no need to waste effort making another copy. He's clearly trying to make things difficult for you on purpose. Isn't this just a complete waste of the company's paper? What a total waste of resources. If you're going to use work as a way to mess with me, then don't blame me for being ruthless. I pretended to go to the restroom and stood up to leave. Song Tianji watched me leave with a look of pure contempt. Trying to sneak out, are we? If you don't finish organizing those by the end of the day, I'll make sure your internship report gets a failing grade. I walked straight to the CEO's office door. I knocked and stepped inside. Huo Nian Nian's voice echoed from within. I pushed the door open and poked my head in. Greetings, CEO. Huo Nian Nian was startled by the sudden noise. The folder in her hand dropped onto the desk. She gritted her teeth. She took a deep, steadying breath. Li Chen, can you actually come inside if you want to talk? I only stayed out there because I didn't want to dirty your floor. Just get in here and say what you have to say. I'm not worried about you dirtying the floor. I'm here to report a serious issue regarding the waste of company resources. Wasting resources? It's a total waste of paper. Waste of electricity. Waste of manpower. I believe these actions are detrimental to the company's interests. You shouldn't be coming to me for such trivial matters. You should take this to administration. Or perhaps logistics. CEO Huo, I must disagree with that perspective. 1,000-mile dike can crumble from a single ant-hole. And then, I rambled on, giving Huo Nian Nian example after example for 10 straight minutes. Huo Nian Nian went from a twitching lip to a full-blown splitting headache. What he's saying actually seems to make sense. Surely the whole group won't go bankrupt by tomorrow, right? Seeing that I was about to continue. Enough, if you keep talking. I'll end up living on the streets, since you brought this report directly to me. Let me ask you this. How exactly do you expect me to handle this? How should I know how you intend to manage it? I thought you were about to teach me how to do my job. But really, why did you come running to me specifically? Because you're the only person I know with the guts to manage this CEO's office. So you should really feel lucky to have the privilege of knowing me. I think unlucky is the word you're looking for. I'm done managing this. You figure it out yourself. Huo Nian Nian watched my retreating back. She couldn't help but let out a small laugh. She pressed the intercom button. Ling Xiao, come in here for a moment. Ling Xiao knocked and entered. CEO, what are your instructions? Huo Nian Nian briefly summarized what I had just told her. Wasting company resources just to play pranks on new employees. This kind of management is something this company does not need to keep. Furthermore, the company needs a thorough disciplinary overhaul. How about this? Wait until Assistant Li starts photocopying. I'll catch them red-handed to get enough evidence for dismissal. That way, everything will be strictly by the book. Huo Nian Nian glanced at him and said, "Fine. Handle it as you see fit. Both the waste of resources and the personal use of company property. I'm charging you with investigating the whole situation. The whole group will not harbor parasites." Understood, CEO. Ling Xiao immediately mobilized staff from logistics and administration. The three of them headed straight toward the CEO's office area. I was busy photocopying when... Hold on a second. What exactly are you photocopying? I immediately caught on. Supervisor Song told me to photocopy the organized documents. He said it was for backup, sir. Song Tianji's heart skipped a beat. Supervisor Song, did you arrange this? Assistant Ling, I only told him to organize the documents. I never told him to photocopy them. He must have decided on his own that a backup was necessary. Humph, it doesn't matter. Well, just check the surveillance footage. Pull up today's camera logs. Let's see exactly what Supervisor Song's instructions were. The security team worked fast. After reviewing the footage, Ling Xiao turned to look at Song Tianji. Supervisor Song, do you have anything left to say? Ling Xiao spoke to the administration staff again. Pull the footage from the last few months as well. I want to see how Supervisor Song normally manages this department. After watching, Ling Xiao called Huo Nian Nian directly. CEO, please come here for a moment. Huo Nian Nian arrived quickly. After watching the tapes, she gave Song Tianji a cold look. Song Tianji, you are fired. Pack your things. Leave immediately. CEO Huo Nian Nian said, pointing at a few bad apples. These three as well. And that girl over there. She took one last glance. I turned and walked out of the CEO's office suite. Ling Xiao instructed the administration staff. Watch them while they pack. The termination paperwork must be finalized today. Song Tianji glared at me with pure hatred. Then he turned away to start packing. The other three followed suit. Inside the CEO's private office, Ling Xiao stood before Huo Nian Nian's desk. CEO, would you call this a beauty saving the hero situation? Stop talking nonsense. Quickly find a new supervisor. CEO's office cannot function without proper management. This person must have top-tier management and coordination skills. Moving him to the CEO's office will surely stabilize the situation. Make sure he understands clearly. The nature of the CEO's office is completely different from external relations. He must be fair and upright in all matters. Got it? I'll keep a very close eye on him this time, CEO. I'll perform frequent spot checks. Rest assured, madam. And I'll make sure to watch that Assistant Li very carefully for you. Fine. Get back to work. The following day, the new supervisor for the CEO's office arrived to take his post. Hello, everyone. I'm Li Shuang, your new supervisor. If there are any issues with your work, feel free to come to me anytime. My philosophy is simple. Work is work. I don't target anyone personally. As long as everyone does their duty and does it well, we'll be fine. It was 2:30 p.m. A woman in her 50s entered the office, followed closely by an assistant. Li Shuang was the first to stand. Madam Chairman, everyone else stood up in unison. Sit down, please. Everyone sit down. I'm just stopping by to see how things are going. Don't be so tense. Her gaze came to rest on me. Then she walked over. She stood right in front of my desk. You must be Li Chen? Yes. Hello, Chairman. Huo Lansing pulled up a chair and sat down beside me. She looked me over from head to toe. A bit thin. And your complexion doesn't look great. Is the chairman actually concerned about me? I heard you were bullied on your very first day. Is that true? Everything has been resolved, madam. Everyone is treating me very well now. Huo Lansing nodded. Her eyes fell upon my desk, specifically a box of unopened biscuits. Is this all you're eating? Didn't you have a proper lunch? Oh, I had quite a large lunch at the canteen, madam. This is just for later this afternoon. If I need a quick snack. Huo Lansing frowned. She shook her head. Don't get too consumed by work. You must pay attention to your health. Take this and brew it with water. I looked down. It was a box of premium American ginseng slices. Madam Chairman, this gift is far too expensive. I cannot possibly accept this. Just take it. There's no need to be formal with me. The way the chairman looked at me, it was just like my grandmother. My heart suddenly skipped a beat. Did Huo Nian Nian tell her mother about what happened that night? No, that's impossible. Why would wealthy parents ever take notice of a penniless kid like me? But then why is the chairman being so kind to me? Is it really just because of the workplace bullying? Is she comforting me as a company leader? Right, that must be it. You're Li Chen's friend, aren't you? Make sure you take good care of him. Don't worry, Chairman. I'll definitely look after him. If anything happens later, just come find the two of us. Hello, CEO. Thank you, Chairman. The assistant gave me one last look before leaving. The chairman came to visit employees. But why did it feel more like checking out a son-in-law? This young man is quite something. I am very satisfied. Keep an eye on him for me. Don't let any other women get near him. Rest assured, Chairman, our CEO is already guarding him very closely. I'll be back next Wednesday. Huo Nian Nian. After she left, everyone flocked to me trying to get on my good side. I didn't act arrogant about it. I just smiled and nodded in return. All right, I look forward to working with you all. The next day at noon, the whole group was at a restaurant eating and laughing. I caught sight of a middle-aged woman. She was carrying a food tray toward us. Supervisor Li, so you've been moved to the CEO's office. Congratulations, many congratulations. It's all just working for the same company after all. Song Tianji's sister-in-law. And this must be the newcomer, Li Chen, right? I picked up a piece of braised pork, deliberately and slowly. After finishing, I blurted out, "Oh my. Hey, lady. Do we actually know each other? I have certainly heard a great deal about you. Song Tianji's firing was definitely because of you, wasn't it?" "You've got it all wrong, lady. Song Tianji was fired because he had issues of his own. What does that have to do with me? If you hadn't been stirring up trouble in the middle, would things have ever come to this? I can't even begin to understand what you're saying. Are you actually suggesting that everything he did was right? You, watch your mouth. Let me tell you something. An intern like you needs to pass through HR to get hired permanently. Deputy Ren, are you actually threatening me right now? In that case, I'll go straight to the CEO's office to tell the CEO and Assistant Ling all about this. What do you think the CEO will do when she hears this? You what? If you're not satisfied, then go right ahead and find Assistant Ling, or the CEO herself. I won't stop you. I have no reason to stand in your way, but I'll give you one piece of advice. Before you go, you should probably go pick a fight with the surveillance cameras first. After all, they contain all the evidence we need. The people standing nearby couldn't help themselves. They burst out laughing. Soon the entire canteen was erupting in laughter. Ren Na gave me a sharp, murderous glare. She spat out one last line. "Just you wait," she said, then stormed off. CEO, guess what I just saw in the canteen? Assistant Li just roasted Song Tianji's sister-in-law, Ren Na, into silence. The whole canteen is in an uproar. 3 seconds later, Huo Nian Nian replied with a single word. Don't you want to know the outcome of the battle, CEO? No need to ask. He definitely won. Ling Xiao smiled and shook his head. Haha, we're in trouble. Our CEO is falling way too deep for him. Ling Xiao returned. He recounted everything that had happened to Huo Nian Nian. Huo Nian Nian's fingers tapped twice on the desk. How long has Ren Na been in HR? 6 years. Investigate her. Right now. Ling Xiao nodded vigorously. First, he had HR pull Ren Na's employment records from the past few years. Then he had administration provide all related approval logs. As it approached time to clock out, CEO, the investigation is complete. It turns out Song Tianji only scored 48 on his written entrance exam. Under Huo Group rules, anything below 60 is an automatic disqualification. And yet, someone slipped him onto the interview list. Of the 3 interviewers, 2 were Ren Na's cronies. Furthermore, Ren Na has taken bribes over the last 3 years to help people get promoted or transfer positions. The total amount comes to about 860,000 yuan. I want the full investigative report on my desk by tomorrow morning. Got it? Do we need to place Ren Na under surveillance tonight, CEO? No need. Let her have one last good night's sleep. Noon the next day. A more detailed report was placed before Huo Nian Nian. Huo Nian Nian remained silent for a long time after reading it. Some companies don't go bankrupt because of major strategic errors, but because of these small neglected matters, rotting the system bit by bit from the inside. These 2 are just the ones who happen to get caught. But what about those who haven't been found yet? Is lawyer Zhao from legal available? Tell him to come to my office. 2 p.m. The HR department doors were suddenly thrown open. Ren Na, already anxious, snapped her head up. She saw Ling Xiao approaching, followed by 2 others. 2 men in police uniforms. Her mind exploded in panic. Where are they? You are suspected of embezzlement and bribery. The company has called the authorities. These are officers from the Economic Crime Investigation Unit. Please cooperate with their investigation. About the Ren Dai Dong matter. Her chair skidded backward, slamming hard into the filing cabinet. Assistant Ling. This must be some mistake. Ling Xiao shook his head. Things you've done over the past few years. The company has all the evidence. If you feel you've been wronged, then you can explain it to these officers. Ren Ma's face turned as white as paper. The two officers stepped forward. Madam Ren, please come with us. Assistant Ling, it was just a temporary lapse in judgment. Please, don't let them take me away. It's too late. Within moments, the news spread like wildfire through the company's chat groups. Did you guys hear? Ren Na from HR was just taken away by police for bribery. Serves her right. They should have investigated her ages ago. In the CEO's office area, Ren Lei suddenly cried out, "Oh my God. Everyone check the internal company forum. Ren Na has been arrested. She took over 800,000 in bribes. It's all out in the open now." That was fast. She was so arrogant in the canteen yesterday. Today she's going behind bars. Talk about instant karma. Li Chen, was it because of what happened yesterday? What does that have to do with me? If she had been clean, she wouldn't have anything to fear from an investigation. She brought this on herself by being corrupt. She has no one else to blame. That makes sense. But the timing is just too perfect. CEO, about the Ren Na situation. Would you say she dug her own grave? If she hadn't started trouble in the canteen and threatened Li Chen, we might not have investigated her quite so soon. About the company-wide audit. Get it organized immediately. Start with HR and finance. If those two departments are rotten, then the rest of the company can't possibly be clean. Understood. Over the following week, I gradually adjusted to the work. Li Shuang pulled Ling Xiao aside to say something. This new kid is sharp and quick with his hands. He's good. Ling Xiao immediately relayed this praise to Huo Nian Nian. A faint smile appeared on Huo Nian Nian's face. Then she let out a small, cold humph. Ling Xiao thought to himself, go ahead and keep pretending, CEO. In the blink of an eye, it was Friday evening and time to head home. What are your plans for the weekend? I tidied my desk and replied, I'm going back to my hometown. And you? Sigh, my aunt just set me up on a blind date. You agreed? How could I not? My parents gave me a final warning. They said if I do what I did last time, leaving before my butt even hit the chair, and telling the girl I'm only here to satisfy my family, and that I'm not interested in dating at all, then they'll disown me as their son. I couldn't help but laugh. Really? You actually did that last time? Of course, you should have seen her face. It went pale and she stormed off instantly. When my mother found out, she nagged me for 3 straight days. You should hold back a little this time. At least finish the meal. Renlei glared at me. Can't you say anything more encouraging? What if it actually works out this time? If it succeeds, you're buying lunch. Fine, fine. I just hope I meet someone normal for once, to finally end this miserable life of blind dating. They saw someone standing by the elevator from a distance. Renlei paused slightly. Then he whispered, The CEO is over there. I walked over with a straight face. Hello, CEO. Huo Nian Nian tilted her head and looked at me. The elevator was descending. People got on at every floor. Huo Nian Nian and I were being pushed closer together. She really is beautiful. Huo Nian Nian noticed me staring. She turned her head to look. I immediately glared back. What are you looking at? The elevator doors opened. While everyone was busy greeting her, pulled Ren Li away and left. Everyone went their separate ways. On the way home, I passed a middle-aged clothing store. Emma hasn't had new clothes in such a long time. I have some money now. Time to shop. Hey, handsome, who are you shopping for? Let me help you choose. It's for my grandmother. She's over 60, about 1.58 meters tall and a bit thin. With the clerk's help, I picked out a jacket for her and a pair of trousers. Your grandmother is truly blessed to have such a filial grandson. I'm sure she'll nag me for wasting money again. But then she'll immediately put them on and show off to the neighbors. Early the next morning, the long-distance bus stopped at the village entrance. Country air really is the freshest. Air is the scent of wildflowers and soil, and just a hint of chicken coop. In a roadside courtyard, cars were parked bumper to bumper. I did a quick mental count. There must be at least a dozen cars. They're making a decent amount in parking fees every day. I continued along the path. I ran into my second uncle, Li Rong. His face immediately lit up. Ah, Chen is back. Your grandmother mentioned. You got a job at a huge company. Is that true? I gave a humble smile. Yes, it's quite a large company, but I'm still just an intern. I'll have to see if they keep me after 3 months. I really didn't want to brag in front of these neighbors. They've never really wished me well anyway. I still remember them gossiping when I was a kid. They said a kid raised by his grandmother would never have a future. Grandma always held that resentment in her heart. She never wanted anyone to look down on me. Oh, I see. Uncle, I'll head home now. I need to go help my grandmother. As I turned the corner, I saw her waiting by the gate. Grandma, I'm home. Why do you look so thin to me? I bet you haven't been eating properly again. There truly is nothing like a grandmother's you look too thin. Grandma, I haven't lost any weight. I've got some chicken stewed for you. It's best while it's piping hot. Go in and have a bowl. Didn't I tell you? Not to bother stewing chicken for me. Well, it's already done. Now go eat. In just a little while, those tourists will be arriving for their meal. I won't have time to look after you then. Grandma, I bought these clothes for you. Go and see if they fit. Why did you buy these for me? It's not like I have nothing to wear. It's just a waste of money. I slipped into the kitchen. I scooped 2 big bowls of chicken and put them on the table. Grandma, let's eat together. I stewed it for you. You just eat your portion. Let me go put these clothes away first. I pulled Grandma down to sit by the table. Then I tucked the chopsticks into her hand. If you don't eat, Grandma, then I won't eat either. Oh, all right. I'll eat with you, okay? After we finished eating, I nudged Grandma Lin Shuyi into the room. Go inside and see if the clothes fit. I'll go do the dishes. I dried my hands and walked out, only to see Grandma Lin Shuyi coming out in her new outfit. She looked so sharp and radiant. How is it, Grandma? Does it fit well? I looked her up and down. It fits perfectly. It really suits you. Grandma Lin Shuyi stroked the clothes she was wearing. Her eyes were full of joy. Don't buy me anything else in the future. Why waste so much money? I stepped closer to adjust her collar. Then I smiled and said, yes, I won't buy any more later. Suddenly a voice called out from the courtyard. Is Grandma Lin home? Is anyone home? A woman was standing at the courtyard gate. Grandma Lin, we're here again. Well, stop by for lunch around 12:30. Please prepare lunch for us. Here's the deposit, same as usual, right? That's right. Just follow the usual routine. Grandma Lin Shuyi went back to the room. She took off the new outfit first, carefully putting it away. Then she headed to the kitchen, starting her busy work. I followed her into the kitchen too. Grandma, let me help you. And so we were busy until 3 in the afternoon. I definitely have to bring Grandma to Jing City. I can't let her work so hard alone like this anymore. Rest for a while. I'm going to take a shower. I'm covered in sweat. And I reek of grease too. I helped her into the inner room. You must be exhausted today, right? After you shower, I'll give you a massage, okay? Sure. My old bones really do ache a bit. Give me a little massage later. I took out my phone. The first thing I'll do back in Jing City is look for a place. Either buy a small apartment or rent a 2-bedroom near the company. Then I'll bring Grandma to live with me. I'll tell her my job is so tiring that I'm not eating well and not sleeping soundly, so she has to come and cook for me. She loves me the most. She'll definitely agree. Grandma came out after her shower. I used the hairdryer to dry her hair. Then I told her to lie face down on the sofa. Grandma, is this amount of pressure okay? Perfect. When did you learn how to do this? I followed a tutorial online. Am I good or what? Grandma Lin Shuyi's breathing gradually became steady. In just a few minutes, she had fallen fast asleep. The next day was just as busy, until the very last table of guests left. I helped her clean everything up, then started packing my bags, getting ready to return to Jing City. Grandma Lin Shuyi moved her lips as if to say something, but then stopped herself. Grandma, in leaving now. Safe travels. Once you arrive, remember to call me. Grandma, please don't work too hard anymore. From now on, only take reservations. Walk-ins are too tiring. Let's not take them anymore, Grandma, okay? And not tired. It's only busy on the weekends. There aren't many people during the week. At most, it's just a table or two. Don't you worry. I'm still very strong. Took her hand. How about you come to Jing City with me right now? You just started your job. I don't want to go up there and be a burden to you. Wait until you get married and have children. Then I'll quit working and come help you look after the kids, okay? Then should I get married and have kids really fast, so you can come live with me sooner. Grandma Lin Shuyi burst out laughing at my words. All right, then I'll look among my colleagues when I get back. I'll go on a blind date this weekend. Next time I'll also. Oh, you brat. Just go already. If you keep dawdling, it'll be pitch black soon. After returning from the countryside, I spent every spare moment on my phone looking for a place near the company. During the day, I'd ask colleagues at the office about market prices. Buying a house now is a bit too rushed. Maybe I'll just rent a place nearby to settle down first. I'll look at options gradually on the weekends. As soon as work finished, I went to see 3 apartments in a row. Finally, I settled on one. Small 2-bedroom apartment, just a 10-minute walk from the office. The landlord was a very easygoing guy. Haha, little Li. Just because you're an employee of the Huo Group, I won't even charge you a security deposit. You can move in whenever you want. Just a few days later, I was all moved into the new place. The next morning, I showed up at the office feeling incredibly refreshed. Li Chen, are you finished moving? Yes, I am. It only takes me 7 minutes to walk to work. I'm so jealous. I spend 2 hours commuting every single day. You could move around here too. There are plenty of rentals in this area. Sigh. I'd love to. But my wallet won't allow it. At 11:30, Huo Lanxing appeared at the CEO's office. Keep working. I'm just taking a little stroll. Li Chen, you look busy. Greetings, Chairman. Oh, please, don't call me Chairman anymore. Call me by my name, or just call me Auntie. I wouldn't dare. I heard you went to the countryside last weekend. Is your grandmother's health still good? Yes, she's doing well. Thank you for your concern, Chairman. I'd like to visit there sometime. Will you be my tour guide? Yes, that wouldn't be a problem at all. The two of them continued to chat casually. Then it was time for the lunch break. Let's go. I'm taking you out for lunch. Chairman, that's not necessary. I can just eat at the cafeteria. There's nothing good at the cafeteria. Eating there every day, you'll get sick of it in no time. I know a home-style restaurant nearby. The flavors are very authentic. I'm sure you'll love it. Chairman, it's really not necessary. Why? Do you think I'm too old to be worthy of being your friend? I was so stunned my jaw literally dropped. How was I supposed to respond to that? I've mocked countless people in my life, but this was the first time someone left me speechless. Chairman, it's not that you're not worthy of being my friend. It's more like I'm not worthy of being yours. As long as I think it's worthy, it's fine. Come on. If we don't hurry, there won't be any seats left. I gave my duties a helpless look and followed her. Even when sitting in the private room of the restaurant, I still felt dazed. Bring us some of your house specialties. Yes, ma'am. I'll get right on it. Please have some tea first. Huo Lanxing picked up her phone and sent a few texts to CEO Huo. Phone on the office desk lit up. My mom went to the Liu family restaurant to eat alone again. Doesn't she usually go with her group of friends? I'm already having lunch, Mom. Huo Lanxing replied instantly. I don't care, get over here now. Eating alone is so lonely. Huo Nian Nian let out a long sigh. Helplessly, she drove to the restaurant. Try this. This dish right here, the fish is all fresh caught. Thank you, Chairman. This is delicious. The fish is so sweet and fresh. It's seasoned perfectly. It really is good. Oh, wait. I should call you Auntie. I hesitated for a moment, but I still couldn't bring myself to say it. This place has been open for over 20 years. The owner used to be a chef at a big hotel. After retiring, he opened this small place of his own. He doesn't do any flashy advertising. It's mostly regulars and word of mouth. No wonder it tastes so good. Huo Lanxing watched me eat with gusto. The smile on her face grew even brighter. How far away are you? The food is all served. Right then, Huo Nian Nian pushed the door open and walked in. Why is my mom having lunch with Li Chen? You're here. Sit down, dear. Huo Nian Nian's gaze lingered on my face for a second. I froze with a rib in my mouth. Mom, why are the two of you together? Ah Chen and I are good friends. What's wrong with having lunch together? As she spoke, she put more food on my plate. Eat up. This chicken is also delicious. I was feeling extremely awkward now. If I'd known the chairman would call Huo Nian Nian, I wouldn't have come even if it killed me. Ah Chen, what kind of specialties do you have back in your hometown? I quickly swallowed the bit of rib in my mouth. There are wild mountain vegetables, free-range chickens and ducks from the locals, and also streamed fish. When they are fried crispy, they smell amazing. That sounds tempting. Someday when I go visit, you must take me to try them. Yes, of course. My grandmother runs a garden restaurant back home. When the time comes, I'll have her show off her skills for you. My grandmother's cooking is excellent. Then it's settled. I'll bring Nian Nian along too. Say, Ah Chen, what do you usually do after work? Do you have a girlfriend yet? Cough, cough, cough. No, I don't. That's good. A young man doesn't need to be in a rush. Hanvei. On the surface, she seemed focused on her meal, but she was actually eavesdropping. It's lucky you don't have a girlfriend. Otherwise, what would that make me after that night? As soon as we finished eating, Huo Lanxing's phone rang. Her expression shifted slightly. Yeah, okay. I understand. I'm on my way. She hung up. She looked at me with an apologetic face. Ah Chen, I'm so sorry. Something urgent just came up. I can't give you a ride back. Please go take care of your business, Chairman. I can just catch a taxi back. Nian Nian, take Ah Chen with you when you go back to the office later. She glanced at me and replied, yes. Huo left in a hurry. Hee, isn't that just creating a chance for them to be alone together? President Huo, I don't want to trouble you. I'll just take a taxi back to the office myself. I had barely taken a step when my wrist was gripped tightly. If you take a taxi back on your own, and my mother finds out, she'll definitely scold me. I pulled my arm back. If you don't say anything and I don't either, how would the chairman know, Li Chen? Are you feeling shy or something? What would I have to be afraid of? Could it be you're afraid something will happen between us again? The tips of my ears instantly turned bright red. Don't think just because you're a woman that I won't dare hit you. I'm a martial arts expert. Haha, what are you laughing at? What a coincidence. I'm a martial arts expert too. Want to spar a little? You know how to fight? Yeah. Want to give it a go? Hey, you're actually attacking me for real. Why don't you follow the usual rules? That was close. 1 second later and you'd have hit my face. Are you really going all out? It's a match. Of course we have to strike for real. Huo Nian Nian cast aside her joking manner. The two fought intensely right there in the private room. The more I fought, the more amazed I became. It turned out Huo Nian Nian was no amateur. Her martial skills were extremely legit. A spinning kick brushed past my shoulder. I quickly jumped back to avoid it. Okay, stop. Well, still want to keep going? I looked at her vibrant and confident face and couldn't help but burst into laughter. My smile momentarily dazed Huo Nian Nian. Huo Nian Nian checked her watch and said, let's go. It's time to head back to work. The driver, old Zhang, saw my awkwardness through the rearview mirror. A slight smile touched the corner of his mouth. Earlier, when the chairman left, she had specifically instructed, old Zhang, remember to drive steadily. If you need to brake, then brake. If you need to turn, then turn. Don't be shy about it. At the time, he didn't understand what she meant. Now he understood. The car was cruising along the road when it suddenly slammed on the brakes. Are you okay? Before I could even answer, the car took a sudden, sharp turn. She tumbled right on top of me. I pushed her away forcefully. You did that on purpose, didn't you? I didn't do it on purpose. The car was just bumpy. By the time I got back to my seat, I was half an hour late. Ah Chen, you're back? Perfect. Come here for a moment. Is he going to scold me for being late? I went over to Li Shuang. Someone posted something online. They're claiming to be the CEO's fiancé. They even say both sets of parents have agreed. Look at this first, section lead Li. What if what the post says is true? Whether it's true or false, the CEO's office is responsible for resolving these troubles for the boss. As long as the CEO hasn't publicly admitted it, then for us, this matter doesn't exist. Unless the CEO personally tells you, this is my fiancé. Therefore, go see the CEO now. Ask clearly how she intends to handle this. Whether to ignore it or issue a correction notice. Or have the communications department step in. Or have the legal department send a lawyer's letter. It all depends on her wishes. Once you've asked clearly, then we can coordinate the work. Yes, sir. Then you take a screenshot first, and send me a link to the post. I'll go see her right now. Li Shuang sent the link to my phone. I turned and headed straight to the CEO's office. Come in. Ling Xiao placed the tablet in his hand on the desk. On the screen was the post from earlier. Do you need something? Section lead Li told me to ask the CEO about the matter of her fiancé. Do we plan to respond or ignore this? Since when do I have a fiancé? How come I didn't know about it myself? I opened the link on my phone and turned the screen toward her. That's what people are saying online. They even say it's all very clear-cut. Humph. You actually believe gossip on the internet? Whether I believe it or not isn't important. What matters is how the CEO plans to handle it. Huo Nian Nian glanced at Ling Zhao. I'll take care of this. Assistant Li, you can go back to work. Fine. I turned and walked away decisively. My hand was already on the doorknob. Wait. Huo Nian Nian's voice came from behind. I turned back to look at her. I don't have any fiancé. Those nonsensical things on the internet. Don't pay any attention to them. I was slightly taken aback. Got it. The moment the door closed, I lightly touched my chest. My heart seemed to be beating a bit fast. The corner of Ling Xiao's mouth twitched. CEO. The words you just said, why did it sound like you were explaining yourself to a boyfriend? If I'm not mistaken, this post was put up by Su Haojie, that old man Huo Hao's illegitimate son. CEO. Back then your father and the chairman had such a huge falling out. How does he still have the gall to let his illegitimate son pursue you? He's definitely plotting against the Huo Group. Do they have straw for brains? How could you and the chairman possibly agree to such a ridiculous thing? If Su Haojie really did it, then how does the CEO plan to handle it? Just let them go to prison and eat state meals for free. Go and compile all the documents regarding the tax evasion and substandard food that we've uncovered. Organize it all neatly. Is the CEO not planning to leave them any way out? You know better than anyone how many despicable tricks they used to try and seize the Huo Group back then. You're no stranger to it. You must know that when my mother turned the tables, how both of them knelt and begged her. My mother spared them because Huo Hao is after all related to me by blood. That's why she left them a path to survive. But now they're starting to stir up trouble again. If that's the case, then let's crush their dreams right in the bud. Ling Xiao, do it. Understood. Well, I'll start with an official announcement, then send the lawyer's letter. As long as we can prove Su Haojie did it, they'll release the evidence immediately. I went back to the CEO's office and relayed Huo Nian Nian's decision to Li Shuang. The boss said she doesn't have any fiancé at all. She's already assigned Ling Xiao to handle this matter. We don't need to worry about it anymore. Ling Xiao picked up the phone and called the information department. Help me investigate the information of the person who posted this, as detailed as possible, fast as possible. Oh, right. Once you find them, don't alert them. Report back to me first. Next, he called the public relations PR department. Manager Zhao, you've seen the post about the CEO's fiancé online, haven't you? Prepare to issue a correction announcement. The language must be very firm. It needs to clearly state that the CEO is currently single and has no fiancé whatsoever. All rumors spreading online are completely fabricated. Oh, contact the legal department so they can send out a lawyer's letter at the same time. Finally, he called the legal department. Lawyer Li, get the lawyer's letter ready. For spreading false rumors and defamation, don't leave anything out. The actions taken by the Huo Group were implemented very quickly. By 3 p.m., the official website and Weibo of the group simultaneously posted a strict notice. Huo Group sure acts fast. It's only been a few hours and they've already released an official statement. They even sent out a lawyer's letter too. It looks like they're playing for real this time. Who on earth was the one who posted that article? What do they gain from spreading false rumors like that? That same afternoon, the information department sent the investigation results to Ling Xiao. It turns out that post was because Su Haojie paid 5,000 yuan to hire someone to post it. CEO, everything is clear now. We've gathered complete evidence that Su Haojie was the mastermind who hired the poster. Nian Nian replied immediately. Proceed as planned. Ling Xiao called the legal department right away. Lawyer Li, the evidence is ironclad. Go ahead and send the official lawyer's letter. The recipient is Su Haojie. Then he called the PR department again. Manager Zhao, prepare the second round of announcements. Announce that we have identified the person who spread the rumors, and will sue and hold them fully accountable. Make the wording even more forceful. Ling Xiao opened his computer and sent the collected evidence to the tax bureau one by one. Only a day after the information was sent, Huo Hao's Xi'an company began to run into trouble. A week later, the results of the food testing came in. Extremely high concentrations were detected in all the samples tested, of nitrites and many other banned additives. Long-term use would lead to a risk of cancer. All defective products were seized, destroyed, and fined 3 million yuan. For products already sold on the market, customers can bring their receipts to the place of purchase for a refund. The tax authorities also issued an official notice. Xi'an Company has evaded a total of over 12 million yuan in taxes over the past 3 years. In addition to having to pay back the shortfall, the total fine amounts to 20 million yuan. Just as Huo Hao thought he'd have to endure all the penalties, an article exposing his affair with Liu Xinru, along with the mistreatment of the ailing husband Zhu Pingzhang, suddenly shot to the top of the search rankings. Oh my god, is this for real? I feel so bad for Mr. Zhu Pingzhang. That mistress and the scumbag husband mistreated a sick man until he couldn't even die in peace. The Huo Group had previously issued a notice, saying they would hold the rumor monger accountable. Right after that, this company was exposed for a series of scandals. Are these two things related? Huo Hao was arrested right at his own home. His psychological defenses completely collapsed. Ling Xiao was browsing the news online. The #1 spot on the rankings was the Xiyun CEO, Huo Hao, and the legal representative Liu Xinru being prosecuted and investigated by the police. Ling Xiao stood up abruptly and went straight to the CEO's office. CEO Huo Hao and Liu Xinru have both been taken down. And what about Su Haojia? Should we keep pursuing it? Pursue it to the very end. Don't let a single one of them go. Yes, ma'am. I'll urge the legal department to follow this closely. When I arrived at the office Monday morning, I felt a very different atmosphere. What's going on? You still don't know about this? The company is conducting a general audit regarding the misuse of public assets, as well as acts of embezzlement and bribery. I heard this has been quietly in progress for some time now. Someone from the finance department has already been summoned for questioning. Someone actually dared to use a company car for their own business. They even tried to claim every penny of the gas money. This time, everything has been exposed. Not only that, some people were secretly running their own side businesses. They've even been caught exploiting the whole group's resources for personal gain. I suddenly paused for a moment. Then I recalled the words I'd said to Huo Nian Nian before. Li Chen, why do you think the company is suddenly being so strict with audits? Is it because of Song Tianji's waste of resources? The CEO must have made up her mind after Ren Na's embezzlement scandal too. Definitely. Those who got caught this time. I bet they'll hate Song Tianji and Ren Na to the core. If it weren't for those two, the company wouldn't be cracking down like this. If they knew I was the one who whispered in the Empress Huo's ear, leading to this whole mess, the one they want to settle scores with most would definitely be me. Stop gossiping. Everyone get back to work. The company's audit is a good thing. It has nothing to do with you guys. Everyone, return to your stations. These moves were happening one after another, as if it were all planned out in advance. When I first suggested it to her, she seemed a bit reluctant. I didn't expect her to act so decisively and quickly. The atmosphere in the Huo Group has shifted noticeably, but that had nothing to do with me. My life went on peacefully and meaningfully. After investigating for a while on Gu Qingcheng's side, her assistant placed the investigation results neatly on her desk. CEO, everything is clear now. She certainly lives quite the wild life. Miss Zhou, regarding the business marriage between you and Ji Xiaoran, I hope you'll be the one to suggest breaking off the engagement. Think about it carefully. Your words must be appropriate. Keep these attached photos as a souvenir. Please have it done within 7 days. Then it was sent to Zhou Jianchang and Ji Guoliang. The same sentence was added at the end of each letter. Have it all settled within a week. That very night, Ji Xiaoran was having dinner with me when he was urgently called home. Is this your doing? Ji Xiaoran stepped forward, picked up the papers to look at them, looking at the tax evasion details, and the records of low-quality goods, along with a letter forcing her to break the engagement. Dad, if I had this kind of power, would I still be listening to you, letting myself get engaged to someone like Zhou Cixi? True. This son of mine has been under my thumb since he was a child. What major he took in college, what job he got after graduation, and who he marries, all of it was decided by him. If he truly had this ability, he wouldn't have let himself be jerked around like this for so long. Then who on earth did this? How should I know? Maybe Zhou Cixi offended someone out there and dragged our whole family into this mess. Or maybe it's you, Dad. Maybe you ticked off someone during your business dealings. This is clearly a warning for you. Go talk to the Jews tomorrow. The wedding is off. No more marriage. The next day, the Zhou and Ji families both announced the cancellation of the engagement. He picked up his phone and sent me a message. Chen, the engagement is off. Hee, congratulations. You're finally free. Ji Xiaoran looked at the text on the screen and smiled. From today onwards, I'm no longer Zhou Cixi's fiancé, and I'm no longer a pawn for Ji Guoliang to trade for profit. I am Ji Xiaoran. Just simply Ji Xiaoran. Chen, are you busy? Your voice sounds strange. Did something happen? I want to move out. I should have done this a long time ago. But I have nowhere to go. Come to my place, the 2-bedroom apartment I rented before. I originally planned for Grandma to live with me. But when I went back home last weekend to talk to her, she insisted on not moving to the city. Is it really okay with you? Why wouldn't it be? Just move in here for now. You can move out once you find a place you like. Living at my place, isn't it a bit far for work? I plan to quit my job at the family company after I move out. My parents wouldn't care anyway. I want to change my environment and start over. Oh, right. My Huo Group just fired a whole bunch of people. They'll probably be hiring more staff soon. Really? Yeah, I'll keep an eye out for you. If any job openings come up, I'll let you know immediately. So Ji Xiaoran, who was usually a bit weak, mustered all his courage that night for a showdown with his parents. And he successfully moved into my home. The next morning, I enjoyed a breakfast he prepared with his own hands. Oh, by the way, the IOU that Gu Qingcheng wrote for you, have you returned it to her yet? I totally forgot. She hasn't come looking for you either. Yeah, when she handed over that evidence earlier, she didn't mention it at all. So I just pushed it to the back of my mind. What do you think we should do? Should I call her and ask her to come pick it up? You decide. If it were me, I wouldn't bother returning it proactively. Just give it to her whenever she asks. Didn't we agree before that it'd be returned once it was done? Why not be proactive? Does it feel wrong in your heart? Why should I be the one to make the first move? Ji Xiaoran nodded, seemingly impressed by that. That makes sense. Then let's do it your way. During the lunch break, the company suddenly posted a job recruitment notice. I immediately texted Ji Xiaoran. The whole group is hiring now. Hurry and get your resume ready. Ji Xiaoran replied, I'm all set. Inside the CEO's office. CEO, did you not sleep well last night? I slept quite well. I just don't know why I've been feeling sleepy all the time lately. Huo Nian Nian had just opened her lunchbox when the strong fishy smell hit her nose. It made her stomach churn uncomfortably. Ling Xiao was stunned for a moment. Then he asked, CEO, your face looks terrible. Are you okay? Huo Nian Nian quickly closed the lunchbox and took a few deep breaths. Only then did she manage to suppress the nausea. CEO, do you want to see a doctor? Oh, no need. I'm fine. I must have caught a slight cold. That's why I've lost my appetite. I'll be fine after taking some cold medicine. Huo Nian Nian glanced at the lunchbox in Ling Xiao's hand and asked, what are you having for lunch? It's stir-fried tiger skin peppers. Let's swap. You eat mine and this. But you have a cold. Is it okay to eat something so spicy? Huo Nian Nian opened Ling Xiao's lunchbox, took a bite and put it in her mouth. Spicy flavor exploded on her tongue, making her whole body feel suddenly relieved. Ha, it's fine. I'm actually quite fond of this taste now. This cold of yours is really strange. Most people lose their appetite when they're sick, but you're craving hot and spicy food like this. After eating, Huo Nian Nian lay down on the bed in the break room and fell into a deep sleep. She didn't wake up until Ling Xiao roused her. CEO, are you really okay? Huo Nian Nian frowned deeply. She rubbed her temples with her hand, a vague sense of unease rising in her heart. What's wrong with me? But she couldn't quite put her finger on what was off. She decided to go to the hospital for a checkup. At the hospital, Huo Nian Nian held the lab results in her hand. Congratulations, you've been pregnant for over a month. Please make sure to get plenty of rest, eat nutritious food, and remember to come in for regular checkups. Am I going to be a mother? My child. Li Chen and I are having a baby. Should I tell him? On Friday evening as we were leaving, Ren Li whispered to me, Li Chen, have you noticed? The CEO hasn't been to the office for 2 days. Do you think she had a successful blind date and is out on a date? I felt a pang of bitterness in my heart, but I still acted nonchalant and said, who knows? Right then, Ji Xiaoran called me. Chen, Gu Qingcheng wants to meet me. And? Right now. Go ahead then. See what she has to say. You should think it over carefully yourself. Ji Xiaoran arrived with a bit of anxiety at the tea room Gu Qingcheng had booked. Gu Qingcheng was looking down, flipping through a paper contract. She motioned for him to sit in the chair opposite her. Ji Xiaoran pulled out a chair and sat down. What exactly is Gu Qingcheng planning? You invited me here. Is it about the broken engagement before? Or is it about that IOU? I specifically brought it with me today. I can give it back to you anytime. No rush on the IOU. I'm looking for you today, but not to get that back. Gathering the information on the Jews and your father's company earlier, the methods were a bit harsh. I wanted to apologize to you. That's just the rule in business. Without rock-solid evidence, neither family would have ever agreed to let go. I understand. I've been tired of this marriage of convenience for a long time. Then again, I should actually thank you. Otherwise, it'd still be shackled by my family, serving as a bargaining chip for the clan's interests. I've seen too many people sacrifice their feelings for business. Parents usually use their children's marriages to pave their own way, but they never once ask what we actually want. Your courage to break free has been a wake-up call for many other wealthy young masters. I've lived in a prearranged world since I was a child, to the point where I didn't even dare to like something. To be frank, it wasn't until I broke the engagement and moved out that I finally started living for myself. Actually, I've had my eye on you for a long time since that industry summit. Your father forced you to entertain guests with Joe's sissy. I saw you intentionally keep your distance from her the whole time. It was obvious how much you loathed that marriage alliance. At that time, I was also reassessing the risks of partnering with the Joes. And while I was at it, I investigated Joe's sissy's scandalous lifestyle, which is why I decided to step in and help set you free. Was it really just about business risks? Or was there another reason? At first, yes, it was just about work. But after a few chance encounters, no matter how much your family pressured you, you wouldn't compromise or blindly submit to unreasonable arrangements. I really admire people like that. To be honest, I've often thought about that moment after you moved into Li Chen's place. In my free time, I couldn't help but think of the times we met. I just didn't dare to dream too much. I always felt like we belonged to two different companies. There are too many intertwined interests between us. Interests are a matter of business. Emotions are personal. The two can be completely separated. I invited you here today because I wanted to ask you one thing directly. If you also have some feelings for me, can we try to get to know each other normally? No family talk, no business talk, just simply two people in love. And if you don't feel the same way, then I'll take back this IOU, and we'll just keep a professional relationship in the industry. I absolutely won't bother you anymore. All the worries in Ji Xiaoran's heart vanished in an instant. I agree. A very warm smile appeared on the corner of his mouth. I want to date you seriously. Gu Qingsheng's lips curled into a gentle and elegant smile. She pushed the IOU on the table toward Ji Xiaoran. You keep this for now. Think of it as security for yourself. Would you like to come to my place this Saturday? I'll whip up some of my best dishes for you. Chen will be home? That's great. If your father gives you a hard time, just tell me anytime. Don't worry, I'll never compromise again. Once my work is more stable, we can see each other often. That's right. When I get home tonight, I'm going to tell Li Chen about this. He's always wanted me to escape that arranged marriage, find someone I truly love. All right. Ji Xiaoran returned to the apartment. I immediately looked up. Well, Gu Qingsheng was looking for you. Was it about the IOU or some other trouble? We've come to an agreement. We're officially dating now. I raised an eyebrow in amusement after hearing that. I'm really happy for you. You finally ditched that terrible marriage alliance and found someone compatible. That's great. Ji Xiaoran nodded with a smile. Oh, right. I have a date with her. She's coming over to our place for dinner tomorrow. Too bad you'll be busy and not at home. I smiled and waved it off. It's fine. We'll meet sooner or later anyway. It's better if I'm not home right now. I wouldn't want to be a third wheel on your date. We kept chatting for a long time, from plans for future dates to Ji Xiaoran's future career path. Gu Qingsheng had just arrived home. Her head was filled with images of her time with Ji Xiaoran. She took out her phone and texted him right away. Let me know when you get home. Please be safe on the way. I'm home now. I had a great time with you today. Are you free tomorrow? I want to take you out. Let's go for a walk in the outskirts of the city early tomorrow morning. The next morning, after their walk, they went to the market together to buy groceries. Ji Xiaoran went home and started showing off his cooking skills. Gu Qingsheng tasted the dishes Ji Xiaoran made. Her eyes suddenly lit up. It's absolutely delicious. Before, cooking was just a small hobby for me, something to kill time. But now that there's someone to share these meals with, cooking has truly become meaningful. Then I guess I'm going to be very spoiled in the future. Last night, while Ji Xiaoran was out on his date, I was just lounging on the sofa by myself, scrolling through my phone. Suddenly, there was a frantic knocking at the door. Oh, why are you here? Li Chen. I have something important I must tell you. What is it? Let me in first. She took a piece of paper from her bag and held it in front of me. It was a health report from the hospital. And the prominent words on the very first line were, my child. Huo Nian Nian and I are having a baby. Since when have you known about this? Since last week. I've been debating whether to tell you. Why didn't you want to tell me? Because I was afraid. Afraid you'd run away. That day you chose the money over marrying me. I was afraid you'd make the same choice again. I chose the money back then because I didn't want to be a Huo son-in-law in name only. But that doesn't mean I don't want to be with you. So, what are you going to do now? Now I choose you. She buried her head deep in my chest and whispered a sentence. You finally came to your senses. I couldn't help but laugh out loud. My heart was pounding like a drum. But about that 13 million. Don't make me give it back, okay? Humph, you really are money hungry. Early the next morning, Ji Xiaoran saw Huo Nian Nian walk out of my room with his own eyes. And you two are really together now? Impressive. Your moves are lightning fast. You and Gu Qingcheng aren't exactly slow either. In the days that followed, Din Vui Guling Dip Gaku and Yachung Doi, Huo Hao and Liu Xinro for property embezzlement and tax evasion, along with the charge of abusing her former husband to death, were officially arrested by the authorities. Xiyun Company was sued and is undergoing full asset liquidation. Xu Haoji's assets were frozen in connection with the rumor-spreading incident. The court ordered him to pay damages and compensation for emotional distress, as well as issue a public apology on social media. His bad group of friends were all blacklisted as bad debtors. Ji Guoliang later sought out Ji Xiaoran, hoping to mend their father-son relationship. But Ji Xiaoran only replied coldly, Dad, from now on I'll make my own decisions about my life. A month later, I officially became a full-time employee. Ji Xiaoran also got a job at the Huo Group. He works extremely hard and diligently. The relationship between him and Gu Qingcheng is also progressing very smoothly and strongly. But what makes me happiest is, Grandma finally agreed to come to the capital with me. I had to use my old trick. I complained about having to work late every single day, not eating enough and not sleeping well. As soon as Grandma heard that, she got all worried. She packed her bags and rushed to the city that very night. The moment she stepped through the door, she saw the room had been cleaned and organized. Brand new bedsheets had been changed, and there was even a plate of osmanthus cake on the table. You're overspending again. Grandma, just stay here and relax with me. From now on, there will always be a hot meal waiting for me when I get home. All right, let me cook for you. With that, she turned and headed straight for the kitchen. Her movements were still very agile and decisive, just like when she was back in the countryside. This was the first time Huo Nian Nian came to my place for dinner. When Grandma brought the food out from the kitchen and saw her, Chen, who is this girl? Huo Nian Nian quickly took a step forward. Hello, Grandma. My name is Huo Nian Nian, Im Chen's girlfriend. That's wonderful. She's so beautiful. And so polite and well-spoken, too. Chen, you have a very good eye for people. Huo Nian Nian's cheeks blushed when she heard the praise. I gave her a playful wink. She responded with a knowing smile. The poor girl is too thin. You must eat more to stay healthy. Did your grandma talk to my mom beforehand? Everyone complains about me being thin. You really should nourish yourself more. Because right now, you're not just eating for yourself. She gave me a sharp glare, but her lips couldn't hide a happy smile. 2 months later, the two of us officially registered our marriage. We also bought a 3-bedroom apartment near the office. No need. The money I saved up is more than enough. This is a gift from me to my son-in-law. If you don't take it, I'll be angry. Don't disrespect me. Your mother-in-law is absolutely right. This is a mother's love. Just accept it. On moving day, Ji Xiaoran and Gu Qingcheng came to help. Qingcheng and I plan to buy a place in this neighborhood too, so we can all visit each other more easily. Renlei exclaimed, Li Chen, you really are the luckiest guy in the world. A CEO for a wife and your grandma's always there to cook for you. And me? I've been on 20 blind dates and nothing. Don't rush. Your destiny will show up eventually. This was the first time everyone gathered for a meal in our new home. Grandma had cooked a table full of mouth-watering dishes. Ji Xiaoran also joined in and made 2 of his signature dishes. My boyfriend's cooking is simply out of this world. Yeah, these dishes are totally to die for. Can I come over for dinner often from now on? Huo Nian Nian sat quietly right beside me. She ate slowly, occasionally stealing glances at me. I looked down at her. Her small belly was already starting to show a little. Why don't we tell everyone, honey? She gave a gentle smile and took an ultrasound photo from her bag and placed it on the table. The whole room fell silent for 2 brief seconds. Chen, you're going to be a dad. Haha, Nian Nian, my dear daughter. Ji Xiaoran gave me a thumbs up in approval. Gu Qingcheng gently took Huo Nian Nian's hand. It seems like I am here for dinner to witness a historic moment, right? I looked around the table at everyone. There was Grandma, Huo Nian Nian, and Ji Xiaoren too, Gu Qingcheng, and Ren Li. And most importantly, Huo Nian Nian was smiling brightly right beside me. I once thought the best life in the world was just simply having that 18 million in my pocket. Then finding a woman who truly loves me to live freely with. But only now do I truly understand that the best days aren't when you're living alone and carefree, but when the house is filled with the laughter and joy of loved ones. Chen, Grandma truly feels very content and happy today. I've seen you start your family and achieve success. Grandma, from now on, you'll always have a place in this home. Back in the living room late at night, she was leaning her head on the sofa, looking very sleepy. Li Chen, I stepped forward quietly. Then I sat down right next to her. Thank you for choosing. No need for thanks. I should have chosen you from the very beginning. I'd only choose you. I was just a bit foolish, which is why I had to take such a long way around. Soon after, she fell fast asleep. Outside the window, a quiet night enveloped everything. In the living room, only her steady, gentle breathing could be heard. I suddenly remembered the words Grandma had just said. Seeing